my newest video. My name's Kerry and my channel is called Kerry the Cutie, where I basically just want to create things that bring me joy. And this is some sort of vlog, art vlog, yarn vlog, something. Anyway, studio vlog of whatever I want to make this week. I'm currently in the process of making a couple of crochet things. They are really simple projects. I've been so obsessed with fiber art lately. I have bags and bags and bags of wool that you can't see. I have so much yarn at the moment and it's gotten a little bit crazy that I really need to, you know, start completing some things. I have started a few things in the past, but at the moment I am currently working on some things that are bringing me immense joy. I will show you what they are. So I'm currently working on granny stripe crochet cardigan. The pattern that I'm using is cardigan number 39 crochet pattern by Daisy and Peace. They're really amazing. I found them on Etsy. They have a lot of patterns for cardigans, jumpers, vests, a huge variety. And I feel like, yeah, they're pretty, it seems pretty easy if you kind of know all the crochet basics. So my vision for this was whatever basic outfit I'm wearing, I want to throw this on. I love that like the colors are all going to be kind of like scrapped together. I think that'll be really, really cool. So I'm just up to shaping the armholes is the next bit. And then I can, yeah, hopefully finish the back piece. I'm hoping to finish that this week. So I've started that one. My vision for these things is obviously I need to use up a lot of my yarn supply, but I also need to inject some joy into my clothing because at the moment I'm just wearing a lot of black and I feel like that's kind of what I'm living in. I come home and just like live in black. And years ago I used to find a lot of joy in clothes and I just don't anymore, and it kind of makes me sad. So yeah, making these things for me is just bringing me joy at the moment, and I'm hoping that I can add them to my wardrobe and that there'll be less black in my wardrobe and more color to inject some joy into my life. So this one, same sort of thing. It's a granny stripe. This one's going to be a vest, which I thought would be really cute over like a dress of any of these colors. This pink, I don't know if it's going to really show up properly in the video, but it is bright pink. It is fluoro pink. It's awesome. I really love it. So that is also what I'm making. I do have a knit sweater that I also need to finish, but I don't feel like pulling that out right now because it's not bringing me the most joy. I feel like I will get into it. I've only done a back piece and half an arm piece, but I do need to finish something. Like all these things, I get so excited to start them and then I get halfway and I just think, I don't know if I like this anymore. Are the color combinations any good? Does anything look good anymore? Like, are the colors garbage? I should have learnt this from my bad art series, but I really need to just push through, finish something. And worst comes to worst, if I really hate it, I can either frog it and start again, or I can sell it to someone. So I just need to push through. So this is kind of a studio vloggy thing to kind of just keep me accountable to do that, because I haven't been very good at like pushing through and finishing things lately. So I don't know what it is. I feel like you get some sort of endorphins or like adrenaline when you're like starting a new project and you get so excited. Then you get to the midway point and you're like, do I even like this anymore? And I just don't want to feel that way anymore. I just want to feel joy in the things I make. So we're going to do that. Although I must share with you, I did start this project. Now I wanted to make a granny stripe jumper, like just pullover sweater jumper thing, and I started it, but it was so big. The colors, awesome. Like I feel like the colors look really, really cool, but it was just so big. I loved crocheting it, like that was fun. But yeah, colors awesome. But yeah, just I've got some ends to sew in there. But yeah, just so big. But then I showed my partner and we realized I could use this as like a scarf. And it's actually like, once I sew in the ends, it's actually quite cute, you know? Definitely keeps my neck warm, and you don't have that like it's gonna unravel situation, so I quite like it. And I feel like if you've got like a big black like puffer jacket on or something, if you're in a really cold area, you kind of want to pop a color, this would do really well. So I'm gonna still keep this. It will inject a little bit of color, but yeah, a lot of work for something that I thought I was going to wear all the time. And yeah, and like, look, I still probably could have worn it, would have just been very big, but I kind of wanted it to be a bit fitted so that I could wear it over like dresses and stuff, because I'm a dress girly. I've also been very obsessed lately with just crochet in general, let's be real. I started following Luxa Crochet on Instagram. Really lovely, very cool, like American traditional sort of tattoo style tapestry crochet, and I was just so inspired by them, so I started to learn it, and then I made my own pattern, which is this cute little wall hanging. I loved making this. I don't know what it is, there's just something so satisfying about, I made this pattern on Stitch Fiddle, and then you basically just like follow a chart. It's a bit like cross stitch in a way, except you're making the whole canvas, you know. I hand dyed the white yarn in the background. It's all made out of cotton, which I think, yeah, it's just good because it won't stretch. I still need to put a face on this one, so just ignore like just like the alien eyes. I need to put a little like mouth on him. I still need to put the backing on, but like this is quite neat for a tapestry crochet, and it was like my first biggish one that I'd done, so I was really happy with that. I also love it because it's a bit like mindless, which is fun. So yeah, I'm excited to put that up on my wall. I've also just been feeling super inspired to like make little ones, because I want to not only create joy in like my wardrobe, but I also want to create joy for other people. And something that's been bringing me a lot of joy is doing tapestry crochet, and I decided to make a couple of little ones, which I really love. I've got this one, which I also hand dyed the background yarn for that. I'm going to put like some little faces. I still need to do borders and block them, but I've got that one and this one. They didn't take me too long, maybe just like a couple of hours, but to be honest, like it was just such a joy. Like it's just such a joy to make. Imagine like me selling these on like a tiny little dowel, cute little face. It's also like my own design, and you know, kind of encapsulates what a lot of my art does, which is just like joy, bright colors, fun. So I need to finish those as well at some point. But yeah, hopefully in this thing, like I'd love to finish in this vlog, I would love to finish my cardigan. Just finishing one of them would be great. My vest, definitely these, because yeah, they've been sitting there for a while and I just don't know why I haven't done them. I need to finish this guy, at least finish this guy. Come on now, he needs to go on my wall. Anyway, so that's kind of, yeah, what I'm in at the moment. I'm also wanting to try and make like, there's these little Japanese style knot bags that I want to try making, because I've got some like really cool variegated wool, and I'd be really interested to see how long it would take me to make one of these. Also, I think it's just like a fun kind of bag that you kind of put everything in and like you could take out, I think, if you needed to. I would potentially love at some stage to go back to markets to sell some of my art, to sell some fiber art things. And that's kind of why I made these little, pieces, because I thought they would be really fun to kind of sell at markets. I'm not sure how much I would price them at, because they do take a little bit of time, but they're such beautiful pieces of like art, and everyone would be so different. So yeah, I'm just trying to come up with ideas. I've got a little ideas book where I write all of my like ideas for things I'd like to make, things that I feel really inspired by and that like bring me joy at the moment. So that's really helping me to stay kind of on track. And yeah, I think that this might just be like a crochet and like fiber art studio vloggy thing, because I also want to do some sewing and stuff, but I don't want to overload myself. I did just come back from holiday a few days ago and I'm really exhausted on top of like just my regular work life. So yeah, let's get started. I know for a fact that right now I want to start shaping the armholes and maybe finish the top of this today. I did a bunch on this last night, but I had to frog it this morning because I made it too long. This is meant to sit kind of like at the waist height, and I kind of had it sitting like at the hip height and shaping the underarms wrong. So I need to redo that today, and then yeah, we'll see where we are after that. Let's go. Hey cuties, other side of my room. So before I start getting into this and shaping the armholes, I just wanted to show you guys something very cool that I got for Christmas this year. I was telling my auntie how I really wanted a bunch of crochet needles. She got me this incredible pack. I don't know where she got it from. I really love cats. And she got me this super cute little pouch and I was like, oh, this is cool. There's like a bunch of crochet needles in them. Granted, they're not like fancy, but I'm a beginner. I don't need anything fancy. They go from a size 2 to a 6 in this section. And then there's also like some other things in here, like some like sewing needles, some like little plastic needles. There's a measuring tape in there, and then there's also clips to hold your stitches for when you're knitting. And then you open the other side and there's a bunch of tiny like lace crochet needles, which I thought was really cool. They're so tiny. They go from 1.9 down to 0.6. And then you've got like a little knitting gauge here, a pair of scissors, and then you've got a bunch of like knit markers. There's a knit counter in here, the ends of like the knitting needle stopper things. So cool. It was such a cool gift, and I've used these needles a lot and they're really good. Like I've used them, and I've also used like my expensive ones, and honestly, like they're fine. I really like an ergonomic handle, which I've used a lot of needles that don't have an ergonomic handle, but I actually love this. Very cool. Goes to show that like cheap supplies do work and they're okay to use. So without further ado, let's get into this bad boy. Welcome back. Sorry about the lighting in here. It's nighttime and yeah, the lighting's just no good, but I wanted to film this today. So I've finished my back crochet piece. I hope the colours show up okay. I think it's looking really good. Still like feels quite big, but it might be okay because it'll just be like an oversized cardigan. I just think it's already big before I've blocked it, so I'm a little bit nervous about how it's actually going to turn out. But I'm pushing through, and where have I put it? I just finished the ribbing on the first front panel, so I can start working along this way now and then start adding in all of my colours. So hopefully next time you see me, I'll have part of the front panels done. So that's that. And I have also been working on a Japanese knot bag. Now I really love variegated yarn. It really excites me and it gets me really excited to potentially maybe dye my own yarn, just because I love that it's so unpredictable when you're knitting or crocheting with it. And this is just an example. Like, this knot bag is so cool. I've done one strap. I just need to put that down. Now this strap looks very little. The Japanese knot bag, if you haven't seen, this strap will be very long. I'm working on it now. It will be very long. Basically, you'll tie the long strap through the little strap, and that's how the bag kind of closes. It did take me a little bit longer than I kind of wanted it to. It's also probably bigger than I wanted it to be. I was just kind of thinking it would be like a cool bag to have, you know, to just put like your phone and a couple of like light essentials in. But yeah, it looks really cool. I've made it out of this yarn that I just got at the Millens in Spotlight like ages ago, and yeah, I'm really happy with like the colors, and it's just so fun. And I'm using a moss stitch. Which I think looks really good. So yeah, let's finish doing the other handle and then we can put it together. Yay! Last time I left you, I was working on the front panel because I had finished the back piece of my granny stripe cardigan. I have almost finished one of the front panels. I've just got like 2-3 rows to do, but that's looking really, really cool. I'm actually really feeling better about the color choices, and just, it's been good practice for me to start like a wearable crochet journey where the colors are meant to be kind of random, because when I started doing the back, I was stressing out about what color should I do next, what color, you know, is going to look the best. With the front panel, I tried not to stress over it, and I actually think it looks pretty good, so yay! So I'll try and work on doing the second front panel, so that's really good because it's only taken me like a few days amongst doing other things. And I think I was also showing you me working on the Japanese knot bag, and it's finished. It came out really cool. The colors are really, really awesome. This is how it works. So you just put that in there, and you can put your bits and bobs in there, and then you can either hold it like a handle, or you can put it around your wrist. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I love variegated yarn, and the colors are just always unpredictable. I also really like the crochet moss stitch. I think it looks awesome. So I'll definitely be wanting to make more patterns with that stitch. But yes, that's my bag. I'm not totally finished. I think I am gonna put a lining in, because I think if you were just using something like this for keys or your wallet, like keys could get like stuck on the stitches. So I think just having like a nice lining inside would just take it up a notch. So I'm gonna do that. I also might tweak the pattern a little bit. I don't think it needs to be as wide, so I might tweak the pattern a little bit, but I'm excited to make more of these because yeah, it's so cute. That's what I've been working on for the last couple of days. I'm also going to try and get some of my crochet tapestry things kind of done and finished. I just need to do like some of the edgings. So I'm gonna work on that, and yeah, let's see how much we get done before the weekend. Hi cuties, it is the weekend and I'm losing some daylight, but I thought I've got enough light in here that I can show you where I'm at with my project. I also have a new little project bag. I just bought this from IKEA. I think it's meant to be like a mini laundry hamper, but I thought it was kind of perfect. I can have my whole cardigan in there. I can have my pattern in there and all my bits and bobs. And if I wanted to put all the different wool that I'm using in there, it would also fit. So this is where we are at. Done the back piece, did the first front piece. I am now up to, done this much on the second front piece. I'm now just up to shaping the armholes. So I'm gonna work on that tonight. I'm hopeful that I might potentially finish this front piece tonight. So let's go. It's Sunday night and I have officially finished my second front piece. So it's gonna look like this a little bit. I am a little bit worried it's gonna be too big, but I'm really happy that I've made it. I kind of think if it's a cardigan and it's a little bit too big, it's okay, because I can wear it loose or I can also button it up. It just depends how it goes. But I'm so excited. The big bits of this project are all done. So I've got my project bag, my back piece in it, and now my two front pieces. And now I'm up to the sleeves, which is so exciting. I feel like I've just done so much on this project in the last week, and that's really, really awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna start the sleeves. Maybe, I'm not sure if I'm gonna work on any more of it tonight because I'd just like to do something else. I think I might go work on another creative project that's a bit kind of mindless tonight. So I will hopefully start the sleeves this week, and yeah, then we'll see how long that takes me, and I can't wait till I have a finished cardigan. Woo! Hi, I'm just in the middle of cooking my dinner and I wanted to just do a quick check-in because I'm going to start on the final part of my cardigan today. Here is my project basket. Now I've done all of the bits except for the two sleeves, but I've done a sleeve. This came together so quickly. I did it the other night. It took like, I don't know, a few hours, but I've done one sleeve. I've just got to do the other one, so that's so exciting. I'm trying to determine whether I block it before I sew it together or whether I can just sew it together and then block it right at the end. It is still looking big, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be nice that it's like a big cardigan. I've got my last little bit of the purple wool. I just have to do the sleeve, then put it together and then sew the neckband. I'm feeling really good about this. I think I started this, like I really started working on it hard like maybe 2 weeks ago. So I feel like timing wise I'm doing okay with it. Usually I'll get into a project, get halfway and give up because I just don't like what I'm making, but I'm really loving this and I can't wait to see how it looks at the end. So let's go do the other sleeve. Hello, it's a very special day today because I have finished all of the bits and pieces for my crochet cardigan. I haven't sewn them together yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to block it today, so it's a very special day. So I'm going to block these. While these dry, I can crochet the neckband. Let's block it. It's such an exciting day. I have started many a project and not finished it, so it feels very exciting to be so close to finishing my first wearable crochet garment. And I've already got like other ideas in my mind about other things that I want to make. So I've got to get going and I've got to finish this before I can move on. I'm telling myself to finish this before I can start any others. So let's go, let's block it.